everyone, Jem here and welcome to my creative space. Hey everyone, welcome back, and it's prompt 24 today of dephemerember, which means it is the 24th of December, so Christmas Eve. So to all of those of you who are in countries like Germany, and I know some of the Scandinavian countries, happy Christmas, because I know you celebrate today rather than on the 25th. So it's a beautiful sunny day here, and it looks like we might have good weather for Christmas Day tomorrow. But for now, photo frame and steampunk butterfly is the prompt for dephemerember today, and I've had several ideas for this. I love the look of steampunk stuff, but I've never really created any myself, so I've had several ideas, and I wasn't sure if this one was going to work, so I didn't actually video making it, and in all honesty it wouldn't have been that interesting, but let me show you what I've done. So I've created this butterfly, and this is a monarch butterfly, and at this time of year we just start seeing these beautiful butterflies in our garden. And so what I've done, this is cut out of felt, and then using my Cricut machine I've cut the second layer, the black layer, in a heat transfer vinyl. So this is something that you cut out and then you put on, you adhere it to the base with, well, you can buy a special tool, but I use my iron. And this is a special type of vinyl which is puffy, and you get this wonderful texture with it. So my idea is that I wanted something to stitch onto. I'm just watching how his head moves there. Right, sorry. I wanted something to stitch onto, so because I have lots of little cogs and beads and keys and things like that. You see all those. And I've also pulled out all my other, I've got some odd bits of jewellery that I might be able to take apart. I've got some quite chunky looking brads that I might be able to do something with. So I've pulled out all my bits and pieces that I think I might be able to use to create a steampunk butterfly, and I'm going to play around with them. And I even found these, which they're little wooden circles, but like little washers, but I wondered whether I could colour those with some metallic or black and stitch those on as well. So that's my basic idea. The butterfly did come out slightly larger than I thought, so I'm going to have to think about how to incorporate that into my book along with a photo frame. But for now I'm going to try out some different layouts with the butterfly and all these metallic bits and pieces to see if we can get it looking a little bit more steampunk as opposed to the beautiful monarch that it is right now. Reasonably happy with that sort of basic. That's a sort of a good start of my layout, and I think I'm going to start stitching things on and add some other bits in between. I'm thinking maybe some metallic thread or something like that. I'm a little bit disconcerted. That key is the right size, I love that, but it's a different colour to all these things. These things are all more black and silver, and I'm finding that a little bit the black one isn't just quite not as big. So I'll have a think about that. I'm sorry, my husband has just started the chainsaw in the back garden. There you go, he stopped again. Right. So I'm going to stitch those on, add some metallic threads and things. Now I think that I've left this one plain. I love the idea of the metamorphosis of the butterfly that it goes through, and so I'm thinking I'm probably only going to do the one half, you know, thinking about the metamorphosis into steampunk. And I'm also thinking, because it's quite large, I might not attach this side. I might have this as a flip up with the photo frame underneath, but as yet to be decided. Let's stitch these on and see how we go. All right, so I've dug through my metallic threads here, and I found this silver one, which I might use a bit of, but I'm not sure if it's too silvery. And I've found a great black one, which has got a bit of a metallic shimmer to it, so I will use that. But I've also found this gorgeous copper beading wire, and I thought a bit of that might look cool as well. And I've also dug out a whole load of different beads. So there's some in there which I'm eyeing up that might go in as well. So let's have a look. I need to find a needle and see how we go. Okay, so this is where I've got to. I'm debating now about the key for the body. I almost feel like this is enough. If I'm looking at my kind of idea of metamorphosis and just one part of the butterfly, I think that that's enough. So I'm going to pop all these things away, and I have this piece of scrapbooking paper and also this piece, and these came in a pack that I bought in a local op shop. They just put a whole load of things together in a plastic bag and were selling it, and these were both in there, and oh yep, they are both from Kaisercraft Factory 42 collection, and one is Pipeline and this one is Cogs and Pulleys. So Kaisercraft are an Australian based company. Now obviously both of these are a bit big. I love this, and the butterfly would just look so cool on the middle here, but this is obviously far too big. I mean, I'd love to do that and frame it and stick it on the wall, but that's far too big for my journal. So I don't know, I may see if I can cut this into quarters or something, or I may go with the shiny silver one. We will see. All right, so I'm going to put everything else out the way first, give myself a bit of space, and then come back and see how this is going to translate into the journal. And of course, we've got to think about a photo frame as well, because that's the other part of today's challenge. All right, I've had a little bit of a fiddle around, and I think I'd like to use this page here, and I'm going to put the butterfly on, and I want to leave this wing as a lift up. I really want to use this. This is huge, but what I'm wondering is whether I can cut like a quarter piece to go in here and turn it into the photo frame in some way. And if I do that, I'm going to cut a piece without the cogs on because I don't want to kind of waste those because I'm going to cut that out. Right, okay, I've got a bit of an idea. I am going to cut this to fit the corner of the page there. And I'm going to take this out and make it part of the photo frame. And then I'm going to use some of the rest of this lovely cog from the other part of the scrapbook paper as well. So I'm going to cut that to fit. I might do some stamping on the back here. I'll see what stamps I've got, and all right, we'll come back in a minute. All right, so what I've done is played around with that that piece of scrapbooking paper, and I'm loving the idea of these cogs working together. So this one I've managed to cut to fit up the top, and this one I'm going to pop down the bottom here. And what you will see with this one, I've actually cut an aperture in it, and I've glued a piece of acetate, and that's going to make my photo frame. So the idea is that this one goes here, and then the cogs are joining and going across the top there, and then the butterfly is going to sit on top. Ooh. And this wing is going to be liftable so that you can lift and see the whole frame, and I may put a little message or something under there. So I'm going to ink the edges and get those stuck down, and I'm going to leave this piece is going to be open so I can find a nice photo, maybe a Christmas one, something like that, that will go in there. So what I've just realised is that I have stuck the edge of my photo frame down underneath the butterfly, and that's going to stop me getting a photo in there. So let's just see if we can clean the glue off. I'm going to try and tack. Didn't think that through, did I? Do you know what the answer is? We may have to lose those two cogs just across there so that the butterfly okay. So what will happen is that you can lift that up, and then these will still lift up. I'll just sort of repair on those edges. There we go. So I can still lift that up and slide a photograph in under here for a photo frame, and then the butterfly can still come back down over the top. Bit of a save there, that's okay. Right, I'll take those pegs off in a minute when this is completely dry. I've got those on there because I put the split pins on. It needed just to be clamped down whilst that glue dried. Right, I'm going to find a little phrase or something, or just some finishing off bits now, I think, and then we'll be done. Okay, so that's dry, and I've taken the clips off there. And I found this sticker. I bought a pack of stickers by mistake. Don't go there. It's one of the hazards of ordering online. But anyway, there's not many of them I like, but this one I'm going to stick underneath the butterfly like this. And I'll tell you for why. This year has been a whole process of change for me and evolution. And I do know that these are not very sticky, so I'm going to put some. And I was thinking about, you know, the metamorphosis of the butterfly, and I used a quote the other day in something that said, everybody talks about how beautiful the butterfly is, but nobody talks about the process it took to get there. And I think, you know, that's a theme that I've in some ways continued with this piece, in that the butterfly, you know, has metamorphosized into the steampunk side. But I think it's important to recognise the processes that we all have to go through in terms of change and development. And actually, you know, we need to be able to love ourselves at each of those stages, even if it's not quite where we want to be ultimately. So this is a little message for me. And as I say, I have the photo frame here, and hopefully over Christmas, if we get a chance to spend some time with family, which is sometimes rare because we're working, but hopefully we'll get a nice photo opportunity, and that will go in there. So there we are, folks. Now I'm aware my butterfly does hang over a little bit, but that's okay. I can live with that, and it can always be folded up for storage. So, goodness me, what day is this? Let's have a look. It's day 24, photo frame and steampunk butterfly. So there we go. There's our butterfly and all our steampunk imagery. And we'll pop a photo in that frame in due course. So I hope that this has been helpful, folks. I hope you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please do give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done already. That way you get to see more, and also it helps other people to see the videos too. But for now,